Now, I'd love to get your thoughts on how protocol was followed by the Secret Services as this unfolded. So let's have a look at the moment that the US president was taken under the care of the security services, and then I'll get your view on it afterwards. So with your background, just tell us what was enforced here.
Thanks for having me on. It was quite textbook. From the moment you hear the shots fired, probably at that moment, the agents that were dealing with the subject probably voiced over the radio what was going on and that shots were fired. Thus, you see the security team going into play, agents go in front of the president, and also the tactical team, counter-assault team, go into place with those are the men with the helmets and the rifles going to protect the president from tactical threats, and you see them go up online in case they need to engage an attacker. You see them get him down first, kind of shelter in place, and then make the call to have him move off the stage. You see President Trump fall and stumble and literally hit the ground. And I'm wondering if some agents may have thought he might have got injured or even shot, unbeknownst to them. But they were able to get him up and get him off the stage rather rapidly. This is what it looks like. And at this moment, for the Secret Service, this is a combat zone. They don't know what's really happening. They don't get the full picture. They just need to know that they have to go. And that's what they got over the radio. So everything to me looks textbook. They did exactly what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, Barry, that's interesting. The body barrier, the human shield, they're providing the president there. And even the way they protected him, almost forcing him onto the ground, that's not something we saw 2 years ago, is it?
Well, if you look at Butler, Pennsylvania, he did hit the deck first. He did originally hit the ground first, because that's the safest thing any of us could do until we figure out what our next plan is, whether it's to stay down or get off the stage. But ultimately, they got to get him out of there. They don't know if there's any other assailants. There could be 10 more people with guns coming, and that's all the more reason why they just got to get him off that stage. And you saw them get J.D. Vance off the stage as well. And all the respective protective details of all the cabinet members moved into play to get them out of there. They certainly don't want to have a gun battle in front of 1,000 people where innocent people could be hit. So smarter to get out of there and get out in force, get behind some protective barriers if you can, and get the president to safety.
Barry, let's have a look at that scene. This is from almost behind the stage, where both the vice president and then the president is taken off, escorted off stage. Let's have a look. Barry, what caught my eye there was that they went for the vice president before the president. Is that protocol?
I noticed that too. I think that was luck of the draw. The agent might have just happened to be right there, so they grabbed JD. And if you notice, the vice president isn't fighting him. And they know, the president and the vice president know, if somebody in the Secret Service tells you, let's go, we're leaving now, there's no bones about it. They don't argue. They get up because they know their life depends on it. And that's what you're seeing there. So, yeah, I think it was just luck of the draw. That agent just happened to be closer with the president. There were already agents kind of right there with him. They were also waiting for the CAT team to get into play so they can secure the president's movement. Better to have a bunch of guys with rifles that are highly tactical trained in position to repel fire if they have to, before you move the president. And that's just what they did. And you saw that at Butler, Pennsylvania as well. Great success overall. It kind of looks like chaos, but the Secret Service brought order to the chaos. If you look at closely, All of these people posted up correctly, were ready to repel fire if they needed to.
Were there any deficiencies in what we saw there?
No, I don't really think so. I would just say the only thing they could have done better is the president not stumbling and falling. That's not his fault. That can be expected. They trained for just that. You would expect something like that. I would expect something like that. You just work through it and do the best you can and get him off that stage as fast as you can.
Okay. And I wanted to get your thoughts as well on the CCTV footage of the alleged gunman himself as he runs through security here. I mean, he's going at quite some speed, and obviously there's a couple of shots fired by the gunman himself. Your thoughts on that footage?
Yeah, so it's terrifying footage, actually. What's good is there's no shortage of Secret Service and police officers at this event. You see literally like 8 of them right there, which is a great thing. And because the Secret Service has been there before so many times for other events, and also this is the hotel where Reagan was shot at also, okay? But it's a terrifying video because it happens so fast. And if those officers and agents weren't paying attention, he would have ran through without them even engaging him. So they were doing their job. They stopped him. They tackled him. He would have been tackled anyway or stopped or even shot at literally the next checkpoint would have been the next door over. So he really didn't get far. But also, you have to understand that this is an exterior check-in point. Just like at any castle or any military base or any event that the Secret Service has, there's going to be an exit and entry point, and anything can happen right there. And this is exactly what this checkpoint is designed for. It's designed to stop this. He didn't get so much inside the checkpoint, so to say. They stopped him literally at the front door. This is the front door to the castle, and anything can happen at the front door. And that's why you have that checkpoint there. Good job, Secret Service. They saved the president's life this time.
Barry, finally, is it usual, part of protocol, that no shots were fired towards the gunman despite him discharging?
So I'm not certain of who fired. It's my understanding the Secret Service did return fire. If not, I think they might have not fired because he had already been tackled. The shots fired that we hear in the video, I suspect were Secret Service shots, although I do know that the perpetrator fired at least one shot. So I'm in the dark with that one. I don't know the answer to that for sure. But what I do know is that this man had a mission. He was going to run as fast as he could and get as close to the stage as he could and try to kill the president of the United States. He was thwarted because of the U.S. Secret Service.